Hey, I'm Will, and it seems like we live in a world where everything is Chrome. But how did we get here? I read online someone complaining about Chrome being slow and bloated and eating memory, and it sounded really familiar. If we go back to 2008, our options were Internet Explorer, which was and Firefox, which everyone really loved, but some of that love was starting to disappear as it became memory hungry, slow, and bloated. And then I guess there was Safari. So yeah, that was the time period around 2008. And at the end of the year, Google released something to everyone. And that was the first version of Google Chrome. And techie people like me absolutely loved it. And we adopted it, and then it just started to spread. And that's how Google Chrome, slowly took over the internet and is now the #1 browser, despite not being default on anything, I guess, except Chromebooks. So let's take a look at the first version of Google Chrome. Welcome to Windows Vista. Windows Vista had to be my least used Windows. I started using Windows with XP, and well, I only used Vista for a few months before quickly upgrading to the Windows 7 beta. I had a machine that came with it. Anyway, let's take a look at what the browsers were at this time and why we probably switched. Let's take a look at Internet Explorer. This would have been the most used browser in 2008. So I'm actually using the archive proxy, so it'll take us back in time. Okay, that page doesn't exist. So let's go to google.com. This is what 2008 Google would have looked like. If you were in 2008, maybe you were a Dig user, maybe you would have gone on Dig to browse the web. Okay, so that's loaded, or kind of loaded. But yeah, this would have been your internet experience back then, and IE it felt slow and sad and gross. It was gross then, and it is even more gross now. Like it just was bad, and that's why people started using Firefox. It was starting to pick up and start to take over Internet Explorer. So let's open up Firefox version 3. Okay, so let's take a look at Firefox from this time. Now, it's not playing nice with my proxy to the archive.org, so we're gonna have to see what it looks like now. Oh, no. Okay. Like, modern pages will load, so, like, even this will load. We can go to, let's see what Dig looks like these days. Dig.com. Oh, no, SSL error. Can't even get there, because, yeah, SSL error. Let's see, reddit.com, can we get to Reddit? No, SSL error. Now, if you don't know, there was a huge problem with SSL, and the version of SSL from this time period is really insecure. Look up Heartbleed, I think that was the vulnerability or something like that. So, yeah, don't want to use this browser anymore, it's not secure. I thought we'd also just quickly take a look at memory usage. Now, we haven't really been using Firefox, like, the memory problem would happen after lots of use. And remember, people used to bog down their Firefox with lots of extensions. It was a pretty complicated browser. That being said, it is faring much better than IE. It's not a lot of RAM, to be honest, but it's definitely lighter weight than base IE. Just loading the modern Google homepage. So now let's take a look at the first version of Google Chrome. Okay, so I've got Chrome right here. Open it up. Google Chrome. All right. Make Chrome my default browser. Heck yeah. Yes. Okay, and we're done. Wow, that was quick. That was really, actually, scarily fast. And let's see if anything loads. Let's go to moderngoogle.com. And yes, it also loads. And let's see. I'm not going to lie. This feels way snappier than those other browsers already. And Chrome is by far the lightest. It is sitting just under 1 meg compared to Firefox, but it just feels way snappier. Most pages are not going to load. Like, I don't think YouTube's going to work. And yeah, YouTube's not going to load here, but hey, maybe we can go to Facebook.com. Will that load? Proceed anyway. Proceed anyway. Proceed anyway. Barely works. So the modern internet is just not going to work on this thing, okay? But what else made this appealing? Well, it was super lightweight. I mean, if we go into our options, there's barely anything here. We got basics, minor tweaks, and under the hood. That's it. It's super lightweight. The early versions just did not support extensions either. And Chrome's main thing was speed. It was supposed to be fast. Okay, so I thought we'd take a quick look at the ACID 3 benchmark, which basically says how compatible is a browser with web standards. So let's do Firefox 3. And we get a 79. And in Internet Explorer, it doesn't work. And in Chrome, we get a slightly higher score of 85, although we should not be seeing this at all. Let's take a look and see what our RAM's like. Chrome's actually eating the most RAM of all the browsers, so maybe it wasn't memory why we were switching, although we haven't really used Firefox. I recall, and maybe I'll put it up, Firefox used to have a memory leak bug. So over time, it would just grow and grow and grow. And you have to close the browser, but it seems to be doing all right compared to Chrome in the beginning. But let's browse the web as we would have in 2008. So I've re-enabled the proxy and let's browse the web. So let's go google.com/Chrome and we should get the 2008 version of the page. It's a bit slow, it's going to archive.org. But yeah, this is what you would have seen in 2008. Google Chrome beta for Windows. Yeah, we're actually using the first stable release though, so this page is a bit older. I set the proxy to pull from the date of the release by 90 days. But yeah, Google Chrome came out in beta in September, and the first release that was a 1.0, the version we're using, was December of that year in 2008. Maybe we wanted to see the latest Apple gear. What was that like? Okay, so here we are in apple.com around 2008. And wow, look at that next generation MacBook. So nice. iPhone 2.2 and iPhone 3Gs. Wow. You know, this is the world we were living in at that time. And here we are on Dig again. You know, loads fine on this old version of Chrome. And we could go and look at maybe Reddit now. Let's see, what is Reddit like at this time? Okay, and this is what Reddit would have looked like around this time. This is actually 6 months later. This is 2009. But yeah, again, this is what you would have been using on Google Chrome. And this is what YouTube used to look like back in the day. So yeah. Let's try and load up a YouTube video. Ah, I gotcha! Rickrolls. But yeah, ooh, Flash Player. That's a funny thing. We don't seem to have Flash. I don't know if Archive would have backed that up anyway, but 12 million views in 2008. And we're at 95 million now. Boy, this video never gets old. Oh, YouTube responses. Does anyone remember that? Like, you could respond to another video with your video. This is a response to 4-year anniversary. Don't know what this is. You know what you must do? Respond to this video. I look at all these responses. I don't know what this video is. Maybe it's a response to the 4-year anniversary of Rickroll. Huh. Oh, and there's that dig button. Everyone forgot what down a MySpace button. How? Oh, takes me back. Okay. That's enough old browser, but hey, maybe we can open up some incognito mode. Oh yeah, incognito mode. We're gonna go Newgrounds. And hey, there's newgrounds.com. But yeah, there's incognito mode. We got that too. The only thing we don't have are extensions, but our browser feels light, easy, nice to use. And you can see why Chrome kind of overtook Firefox. Firefox just felt old and bloated, and Chrome just felt like the future. It was just so lightweight and streamlined. And now, for better or worse, Chrome is the dominant browser, and even Microsoft's default browser is based on Chrome, Microsoft Edge. So anyway, I'm Will, and I hope you enjoyed this nostalgic look at the first version of Google Chrome. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end. Be sure to like, subscribe, and why don't you check out some of my other videos. See you in the next one. Bye.